Well, hello there, loyal YouTube followers and watchers of this substandard garbagey channel. That's right. This is a ugly weld rod light. Now, if you have weld rod lights in your car and you love them, God bless you. But I don't like them. I think they're an ugly wheel. I'm the last guy in the world that should be telling anybody what looks good or doesn't look good. But I don't personally like them. So you may be asking yourself, why in the world have you got one? I ain't got one. I ain't got two. I got four. So this is what happened. Amir had these for sale. One of them was painted black. That's basically what sold it, because I was looking at the picture and I said, you know, I don't like weld rod lights, but I think they would look pretty good on the LTD. That's the only car I put them on. I don't really like them on Mustangs. So I was like, you know, it kind of looks like a mag wheel a little bit. I don't know. I just thought these would be a good set of wheels for the LTD. So we bought these. We don't have the back ones yet. He had to take some tires off of them at work, and we just haven't picked them up yet. They're 15 by 8s. Technically, I haven't even seen them in person. Pirate went over there and made the deal. The front tires, I mean, they're literally brand new. They still got nubs. They still got nubs on them. So the front tires are brand new. We got the wheels. We got a smattering of lug nuts, and we paid $300. Now, technically, we're basically, the front tires are going to be $100 when we buy them. If we had to, you know, if we're buying any kind of front tire, it's $100. So we kind of paid $200 for the wheels. That's, you know, that's an all right price. It ain't nothing fantastic, or it isn't a great deal by my standards, especially when you're buying something that you're not 100% in love with. But we got a bunch of drag lights and stuff, so it's kind of a little different thing. And we'll only use these on the LTD, so we're pretty close to just having wheels for all the cars. That's the big thing, not swapping wheels around, stuff like that. So we're pretty close to that, getting that all wrapped up. And you know, it's a time and money consuming expedition to do that. I mean, I could swap wheels every time I went to the track. I just don't like doing that, honestly. So when I walk in the shop, I want them to look the way I want them to look, and not without, oh, if I had these wheels on this car, I'd like the way it looked better. I don't like doing that. I like doing it where everybody's got something. So it's kind of like having a couple pairs of clothes for all your kids to wear. Well, somebody gets to wear the good clothes today. On a larger note, you remember in the last video, the LTD, we broke the transmission. So I guess maybe today we're gonna jack it up, and I guess maybe we'll pull the transmission out, and then we'll take it apart and see what the damage is and decide what ultimately we're gonna do. I'm still not 100% sure. Still not 100% sure on what my course of action is going to be, even though I am leaning more and more and more toward just putting the regular VH or V6, whatever, the regular T5 in, not the crazy geared 4-cylinder one, and putting a 456 in the back, not because I'm scared of this one breaking. It's just the gear ratio thing. I'm not super happy with that. So I don't know. Still thinking about it, but I'm starting to lean more toward that. You may also notice this may be the first video that you see. It's the first video that's being made that has the short hair, or as Brad calls it, the business cut. So this may be the first video you see of that, or not. It is the first video that's been filmed with it, I'll say that much. Anyway, let me get to work, let me do something. You guys go get a Mountain Dew or something like that, because we sure could use one. It's hot. It's hot. So, all right, we got to paint this wheel. We got things to do, so let's do this. Let's go do this thing. There it is. Boom goes the dynamite, literally. All right, we got the trans out, so cool. something like that. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and do the V8 one. Just be done with it. I'll pull the tail shaft and the top cover off. Obviously, just see what we broke. And I'll probably also I've got a cluster support and build the keys in it, so I'll just take that stuff out. And I think this will probably just become a donor trans. We've got most of a 95 GT trans that we just need to get some parts for. And actually, probably everything in here as far as bearings and stuff like that, we can just use with the other one. We just need the gear set, press the cluster. Well, the other cluster's fine, so we don't need, all we really need is a main shaft. That's pretty much what it boils down to, and synchronizers and stuff. So anyway, got trans out. We're gonna take it home. Next time you see me, I'll be taking the tail shaft and the top cover off and see exactly what we broke. So, all right, let me load it up. We're here in the shop now, the home shop, and we're about to drink us a nice little can of Human Evolution. Oh God. Oh, I feel myself evolving as we speak. Stronger, faster. Oh, I think that's $6 million man, but damn, I feel like $1 million now. Oh, I can just feel that going down inside of me. Hold on. Oh, two strike. Okay, enough playing around. The cow pal's running around out here somewhere. She's outside. We're going to knock the tail shaft off real quick, pull the top cover, and see exactly what we've got here. So, besides a hot mess, we know that. But let me get to work. Let me get the old 15 mil out. Let's do this thing. Going old school, speed handle, baby. Here we go. All right. Cheers. Got a, there we go. Got the Ultra Gray on it. Ha 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 ha! Woo! All right, kids. Third gear shift fork. Booyah! It is gone. That's what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to have this whole section right here with the pads. We blowed that out. Blowed it out! Man, we muscled it too much. Everything else looks pretty good for the most part. Come on, girl. Ah, there we go. Everything looks pretty good except for that clutch fork. So that's our problem. That's what we thought we had done. That sucks. And you know, I thought I had actually missed. I thought I had broke it when I hit third, and I hadn't missed it. But actually, I think looking at the video, I think I did miss third, and well, we broke it right after that. So I think that's about it's probably about the 6th fork that I've broken. I broke 2 in my 84 GT. I broke 1 in short bus. I broke 1 in the A5. I broke 1 in the Brains ProMotion. I broke this one. It's a crusty. Oh, that's 7. Wow. Okay. Well, there we go. Third gear shift fork blasted. So, all right, cool deal. I guess we're just gonna do the V6 V8 trans. I don't know. I'm still deciding. It's like 65% now. Cow Pal has not been in the shop. What's up, Callie? She's like, yeah, I know my name. She has not been in the shop. She's been out here playing around. It's a little warm in there. She's since she's got a fur coat from the factory, she's not particularly not a huge fan of coming in there. What's up, girl? Oh, they ain't seen you in a while. I've been doing a lot of work at the facility. She's like, I'm well aware. Yeah, what are you doing? Living the dream, bro. Living the dream. So, I will say, Callie, your loyalty, much better than Jack's. It's much better. Yeah, that's right. Callie Cat. Hey, oh, hey, YouTube. Hey, what's going on? Woo! Hey, YouTubers. We are back. We're doing a little magic trickery here. A little video trickery. We've got some parts for our T5. Got here. This is what we need to put our 99 through 04 T5 into into our LTD. Okay. One of the first things that we got here is we got a input shim kit, a steel bearing retainer seal, comes with a new thrust washer, especially, and it came with all new needle bearings. Sweet. We've got a steel bearing retainer. This is a lot of the ones you see now are coming with the full-on steel. It's like it's a one-piece deal. It's not pressed together like the aluminum base, like these. Well, this is actual aluminum, but like these. They've got the aluminum snout pressed in. They aren't like that. They're steel. We've got our bearing, our input bearing and race right here. We've got a press. We'll press those on. A lot of times you can ask them to press them on. I actually forgot to do that, but it ain't a big deal. Press on ourselves. And we got our input. This is made in India, I think it is. Yeah, India. It's made in India. You know, we'll see how it works out. All this stuff, input, box link bearing retainer, bearing, and needle bearings, washer, spacer, shims, and a seal. All of this was $101 shipped to my door. So that's a good price. I mean, that would be that's pretty good. Like, you know, especially if this was just going in a driver car and not a racer. You know, I wouldn't even blink at that. We're going to be racing it. You never know how these non-American, whatever, gears and stuff will hold up. So we're going to find out though, because we're going to test the piss out of it. So, all right, well, that's all the stuff to do our T5. And what we'll do now is we'll take the billet keys out of the four-cylinder one, and we'll take the cluster support. I've also got the fan on, so if the noise is, I apologize. It's hot, it's Florida. So we'll swap those parts over into our 99 transmission, and then we'll add this other stuff. We'll be ready to go. Then we'll just have to do our rear end. Be ready to go up there and tear it up. So, all right, well, let me get to work, messing around, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes. Callie says it's too hot in the shop. Got to be outside, laying on the work table. It's too hot in the shop. We got a fan. Come on, Cal. We got our 99 through 04 V6 broke down. We just put this is the bearing retainer that we had on the four-cylinder T5. We also just pulled the whole slider and everything off. On a side note, this is one every now and then I talk about you can pull these off, pry them off. This one ain't prying off. We're gonna have to press it off. And my bearing separator is out of the facility. So we'll be bringing that home tomorrow and get this pressed off. And we may have the transmission back together tomorrow night. That'd be pretty amazing for us. It's time to go eat now, guys. Okay, we decided to go ahead and use our 3/4 slider that came in this V6 transmission. We've already got the 5th gear back on, got it all went together. This one's went together pretty easy. We just got to put our roll pin in right here. Like I say, we've got our cluster support on, maybe hard to see, sorry about that. So we got it all kind of bolted back together. Now we'll put our roll pin in and we'll stick our input on, and we'll put our top cover on, then we'll put our tail shaft on, then we'll shim the preload on the input. So going along pretty smooth. I'm just jinxing myself, is all I'm doing now. All right guys, we got our roller bearings in, got them all slathered up with some of our trans gel, and yeah, it's raining. It's a race night, but not for us, so might as well make a little progress, get this transmission finished up. So all right, moving on. And yes, that's Mountain Dew in that cup. It's like a grenade, a human hand grenade. Let's do it. That's a good sign, guys. Tail shaft slid on first try, which here lately I'm going to take that as a sign that this transmission is ready to rock and roll in the LTD. So let me finish putting all the bolts in and snugging them down, put our dowel pin in the shift block, then we'll shim up our input and seal it up, and we'll be ready to give it the old on the bench and see how it feels, turn it through the gears, see what we got. So all right, but so far looking good. These things went together really easy. Okay, all right. You guys got to see me do a little work. Drink some Mountain Dew. Oh God, it's thunder and lightning. We don't need no dew stroke. Okay, we're done with our 99 through 04 V6 T5. Real quick, get questions about this stuff all the time, I guess. Can't use a mechanical speedometer. Doesn't have the tail shaft not drilled for it, or the main shaft's not drilled for the speedo clip. There's no provision. This also doesn't have the neutral sensor in the top. But other than that, you saw the parts we put in, about $100 worth. And we used all that stuff, the needle bearings. We did not use our new thrust washer and stuff. We used the old stuff. We used our bearing retainer and our input. And there we go. It's ready to bolt into a Fox right now. So we basically, between the bearing retainer or the cluster support was another like $33. The billet 3/4 shift fork keys with springs are $26. Let's call that 60 bucks. With what we paid for the transmission, what we paid for the parts, and what we paid for these little upgrade things, it's right around $250 or so. So we're gonna take it and beat the crap out of it. Good. 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 Right. Hold on. Whoop. 4 barrels. All right. That's it for this transmission. This may or may not be it for the video. I'll have to do a little editing on it. I'm thinking about maybe just making this its own video, and then the rear end its own video, and then we'll just do a video where we put them both in, because we're basically going to do it at the same time. We're going to put the trans in, then we're going to do the rear end, or we're going to do the rear end and do the trans, whatever, but we're planning on doing them at the same time. So this may or may not be, you'll know, because in the next clip it'll say thanks for watching and all that other garbage. So all right, but we have got our transmission put back together. This is honestly was one of the easier ones. It came apart pretty good, so went back together really good. So I love it when that happens. So all right, well, I'll see you guys in the next clip. All right, broheems, after some preliminary editing, this video is already getting kind of long, so we're just going to wrap it up. I know that's super disappointing. Car's not running, but the car's right here. We've got our transmission sitting here. We've also brought out our subframe connectors that we've had when we bought the car. These are actually made by Chris Alston, a somewhat notable chassis guy. So we got these when we bought the car from David. They were in a box, so we're gonna weld those on. We also got our other rod lights. Pirate dropped these off for me the other day. A pleasant surprise is that they're like the 5.5 inches of back space, 15 by 8, 5.5, so they'll kind of tuck in, which that'll be cool. We just gotta get some tires for them. And so there we go. We've got transmission, we've got subframes we're gonna put on, we got back wheels, gotta get some tires. Oof, that thing's got a nice little wang in it, but who cares? They're just drivers, gonna shoot them black. And we got some more lug nuts too, so. Anyway, I guess that'll be a wrap on this vid. So, without further ado, I'll see you guys later.